guys, welcome to the channel and welcome to another horror movie review. Tonight we're looking at a classic video nasty from Lucio Fulci called Zombie Flesh Eaters. We're reviewing it because it's just had a new 4K release from Arrow Video. So before we get into anything about the film, let's unbox it because we haven't unboxed it yet, and we'll see what's in the box. Give me a minute here, guys, just let me take the cellophane off. Hope you're all doing well. So we're just taking off the cellophane. We take the sticker off because you know what I'm like. I like to save the stickers if I can. Sometimes they are not the best and they don't come off, and so this one has, so that's great. We're going to stick that right in the top corner of the case. There we go. So that's got the sticker still on the case, and I like that. So this is the release in a slip case. So we take it out. It comes in a hard box. Who is it? So the picture is exactly the same as that. Nothing on the reverse. So we take out the content. Good box, really solid. It comes with a poster. It comes with the new commissioned artwork of that famous band scene of the woman getting her eye speared by that wooden thing, and then it's got the original Italian poster on the reverse of Zombie 2 as the zombies are approaching New York. So that's really, really cool. Awesome poster. Put that in the box. It comes with a perfect bound booklet with some really cool artwork on it. Really, really nice. With loads of sort of photographs and information about the film. Smells really good. Not the thickest of booklets, but it's cool. Not a problem. So we put that in the box, and here we get to the disc box with some new artwork in it, which is really nice. It does have reversible art as well. The reversible cover is once again the original Zombie 2, which I really like, but I also like the new artwork, so we're going to keep the new artwork. Right, so we'll pop that back in its box. Okay, there's the box. It comes with the 4K disc, that's all, just one disc of the 4K. So if you've got the Blu-ray, I suggest you hold on to it. And it also comes with a little set of art cards. They all have the new artwork on the reverse, and they have some black and white stills from the film. Although the film is in colour, these stills are black and white. That's a cool one. So there you go. That's the edition. That's what comes in the edition of the 4K limited collector's edition of Zombie Flesh Eaters. So let's have a look to see if there's any special features. So this is the main menu for Zombie Flesh Eaters. You've got choose a film. So you have I think different versions of the film: Zombie Flesh Eaters, Zombie 2 and Zombie. So 3 different versions of the film. The special features, if we get past the gory bits, we have some commentaries with Sergio Ercolini, Troy Howarth and Nathaniel Thompson, Stephen Thrower, Alan Jones and Alicia Brigetti and Callum Waddle. Sorry, Sullivan's going a bit mad down there. We have The Sound and Fury, of Zombie Flesh Eaters, Repellent Memories of Zombie Flesh Eaters, archival extras. So Romero to Rome, The Rise and Fall of the Italian Zombie Film, Aliens, Cannibals and Zombies, a trilogy of Italian terror, Meat Churning movies of Giano Rossi, Zombie Flesh Eaters the script, and music of the Flesh Feast. So that's all those. And you also have original screenplay and trailers. That is the special features on Zombie Flesh Eaters. So, as you can see, there's quite a few special features on the disc, quite a few archival ones though, which will probably be on the original Blu-ray, but they're still pretty cool. We're going to get to the story. So I'm not going to go into in-depth too much with the story because everyone probably knows the film by now. This review is more about the 4K edition and the transfer. But a light overview of the story. It's an old video nasty, and it stars Ian McCulloch and Tisa Farrow, who is Mia Farrow's sister. The film sort of starts off in New York, where we see like an abandoned ship or boat arriving into the harbour, and it appears that it seems to be abandoned and no one on it, as we see like all these kind of like shots of like the boat wheel, no one at it, and there's no one on deck, just a load of rubbish on the deck, and the police helicopter seems to spot it, and they send out a sort of like a patrol, and 2 police officers arrive on board the boat, and they search the boat, and they see there's all these millipedes in there, and this sort of like old food that's been left there for like weeks and weeks and weeks. And one of them investigates and sees a hand on the floor, and then we bursting through the door comes our first sort of zombie, and it attacks our police officer and bites him in the neck. And then the zombie goes out of the boat and sees the other police officer on the deck, and he starts to pursue this police officer. But the police officer shoots him a few times with a gun, and he falls into the sea. We then cut to like the police sort of like investigating this ship and about this police officer that's been injured and taken to the hospital and dies. And so they've moored the boat up on the harbour. Ian McCulloch plays like a journalist from the paper, and Tisa Farrow plays like a daughter of a doctor that supposedly where this boat is owned by, and she tries to find out where he is, and so they kind of team up and they investigate the boat, and they find a note from her father from this island where he lives. Anyway, cut a long story short, they get on an airplane and fly out to this sort of like island, and they're making their way over to the island. They meet another couple of like Americans out there, and they sort of get on it. They rent a boat with them, and off they go. And then on this trip, this is where we get the famous scene of the zombie fighting the shark in the sea. When one of the women go in there to do photographs, she stirs up this tiger shark, who then sort of like gets attacked by this zombie. And then we see the island. We see a doctor, not her father, but another doctor there, and he is in the progress of trying to sort out this sort of plague of voodoo zombies that seem to be haunting the town. And his girlfriend is so upset with him, she wants to leave the island. She ends up getting killed by a zombie, with the famous band scene, which is now input into the film, the scene of the eye staking through the eye, that scene there. And they arrive on the island, and the doctor explains to Tisa Farrow about her father and all this sort of stuff. And we see sort of like zombies roaming the island. We see some of the best zombie footage ever, with some of the best looking zombies ever. Let's have a look at the characters. Yeah, the characters are pretty cool, although the acting is very, very lame. Ian McCulloch is awesome in this film, as he is in most Italian horrors. He's been in a number of them, and when you see interviews of him, he's actually quite embarrassed and ashamed of doing them, which is a shame because he's really cool in them, and I think he's an iconic figure in some of these films. Tisa Farrow plays the role really well as well. She's quite cheesy acting. All the actors quite cheesy, apart from the zombies, which are really cool. But they're all believable and likable characters. The Doctor's likable on the island. His assistants are all likable. His wife's a bit of a whiner, but she doesn't stick around too long till she gets her death. And they're all pretty likable characters. So let's get to the main part of the video. So the film is an essential watch anyway. It's a 10 out of 10. It is my second favourite zombie film of all time. As you know, I've done my zombie top 10. So it's a 10 out of 10. Now, what about this edition? It's essential. Again, it's 10 out of 10. It is absolutely criminal that a Video Nasty should look this good. It looks amazing. It looks stunning. The 4K transfer is really, really cool. It's really, really vibrant. The bloods are awesome, and the gory bits are extra gory. It's just shot so well. There is a few scenes of blurriness, which is it's going to be the age of the film and the print that's been available, but it's been cleaned up so well. I was always in two minds of picking this up, thinking, oh, I don't really need it because I've got the Blu-ray. I am so glad I did, guys. I really am glad because the 4K transfer just blows that out of the window. It looks phenomenal. It is fully uncut. It's really, really cool. It's a shame the artwork isn't the classic one with the hand. You know what I mean? Going through the it's just got like a, which I would have personally have liked. Would have been really cool, and it didn't have the sticker on it, you know, the strong uncut version, which I would have liked to, but it's still really, really cool. There's tons of special features, as you saw at the beginning. I'm hoping that they won't take this video down because of the gore scenes in the special features on the main menu. Not a lot I could do about that, unfortunately, but yeah, it is absolutely essential. The minus of the edition, I think it could have done with the Blu-ray edition in there with it. But there again, it's cheaper. It's $29.99. I think this is what they've done. They've cut out the Blu-ray of the disc, which was umpteen the price, and they've just put it out as a 4K, so they could reduce the price to $29.99, which is really cool. So I reckon when this comes out as a standard, you're probably going to get it for about $19.99, maybe $24.99 at a push. But so the collector's edition is $29.99. It is still available. I don't think it will stick around for long because it is an infamous Video Nasty and a very, very well loved cult film. But it's really, really cool, and it's a great addition. The sound quality is really cool. Really, really good. There's not really anything negative to say about the film. You know, it's a classic Video Nasty. It's an Italian classic. I love my Italian films, as you know. They're my go-to. So I had to pick this up. It was an absolute must, and I'm so glad I did. Zombie Flesh Eaters 4K release on Arrow, 10 out of 10. Any of you guys seen it? If you have, let me know down below. I think quite a few probably picked this up. I've seen a few channels that I watch doing unboxing, so that's why I kind of avoided it. I've added it into this because I'd rather do a review of the whole film. And it's really, really cool. It's a great pickup, and now I really am interested in picking up in October the Return of the Living Dead, because I was in two minds, because a lot of Arrow 4Ks are not brilliant, but to be honest, I've picked up 3 this year and that are amazing from Arrow. This one, Tenebrae and Demons, they all look absolutely fantastic on 4K, and I'm just so glad that this is now my new baby in my Arrow collection. I hope you've been informative of this little review. Guys, check out a few horror channels for me. Check out Horror Hands, Horror Geek, Man v Film, RS Design, Pizzawell, I'm Isol, Cat Watches Horror Movies, Grumpy Andrews Horror House, and The Maniac, and Skin Crawler. And a massive shout out to my lad. Till next time, look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope I see you all soon.